everyone. Welcome back once again to your favorite podcast on Spotify and wherever else you listen to your most favorite podcast. What are we? Oh, Happily Booked. With your hostesses, Brooke and
Beck.
And here we are, second episode. We are recording in one day. Not that you notice or care. It is 1:21 p.m. and we just ate lunch and are full and happy and full-hearted because we also watched the third episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I'm so happy about it. I'm just so happy about it. It's the one, for anybody who doesn't know, it's the one where Aang and the gang, it's where Team Aang, Team Avatar goes to the Southern Air Temple, and they find out that the Fire Nation was there after all.
Yes, that was sad.
If you know, you know. And if you don't know, you should know.
It's on Netflix, so you should watch it.
Yep, sure is. Yeah, I love that show. That's my favorite show. Other than, favorite cartoon.
Right.
That's my favorite cartoon show ever. Ever. Close second would probably be Teen Titans, not Teen Titans Go.
Same.
The original Teen Titans. Anyway, yeah, we like to do a podcast. What are we here to talk about again? Yeah, so, how's it going?
It's great. It's good.
like you haven't been here since 10 a.m. So, this is our extra episode to get a week ahead, or a week caught up, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's our just in case episode. It will be out like a normal episode, but for us, we'll be ahead a week. So, just in case. Just in caseies. This week, we are going to go over a reading challenge that I had printed at the beginning of 2022. It is the 52 book reading challenge. It's a challenge where you read 52 books in 52 weeks. So, I mean, you would total out at a book a week. That's really good. And if you're an insane person, you try to do more than that in a week. That's me. I'm an insane person. But, don't stress about it, It's okay to have reading goals, but to not stress about it. Becky?
Yeah. No, my goal is not a terrible goal.
It's not a goal. Not a terrible goal.
It's not a goal.
It's definitely a goal. And it's good. It's a good goal. It's a paced goal. It's a good thing. I kind of wish I wasn't setting... This is so dumb to say. I literally can control it. I kind of wish I wasn't setting such a high goal. So I could just, not feel like I had to reach it. But I want to reach it.
Well, I mean, you did last year, and you didn't set your goal that high. So I have confidence in you.
Thanks. We'll see what happens. I have been taking my time, though. I had started an audiobook weeks ago, but then I haven't been listening to it. I've either been listening to a podcast on my drives or music. Crazy, right? Not an audiobook? Yeah, I know. Music. So I haven't really even listened to an audiobook. I definitely don't have an ebook started. So, that comes and goes. We'll see what the year holds. But the stand is just taking up a lot of time, which is fine. I'm not complaining. I sound like I'm complaining. I'm not. I'm enjoying the time it's taking. I enjoy the stand a lot. So anyway, back into the original plan for this episode. I sent Becky not the questions, but the prompts of the 52 book challenge. And I'm going to force her against her will to read them, and I will answer them based on what I have jotted down as my answers. So we can just get started with that.
All right. Let's hope I don't lose track of where I am.
That's why I numbered them. I was trying to hope that...
You did good. Let's hope I don't lose track of the numbers. Okay. So, number 1, a second person narrative.
So, I didn't know what that meant.
Me too.
So,
I was looking at that going,
When I look it up, second person narrative, I've already tried to look this up and I still didn't fully understand it. Because contrary to what you hear on the podcast, I do try to prepare for the episodes we record. Doesn't always happen, but I try. So I have looked up what it is, what a second person narrative is. And this is what it says. It says second person narrative or narration is a little used technique of narrative in which the action is driven by a character ascribed to the reader. one known as you.
Huh.
The reader is immersed into the narrative as a character involved in the story. The narrator describes what, quote, you, unquote, do, and lets you into your own thoughts and background. And I was like, I don't know what that means. So when I click on some more examples, an example sentence is, if you're looking for the best article on point of view, you've found it. I don't really, I'm not grasping it. You're not giving it to me very well. You need a second person point of view. Seems perfectly natural for recipes and directions. You need 6 lemons, 6 cups of cold water, 1 cup of sugar. Okay. But in a story point of view, how's that working out for me? You, yourself, your. So I guess you read it like you're in the room with the curtains and then blah, blah, like they come in with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not, that wasn't my greatest writing. Okay. So, so what I did try to think of that maybe matched it, even though it's been a little while now since I've listened to this audiobook, but I feel like that's how it was, at least some of it. I think a good answer for this is I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid, I think. And I feel like it fits okay because if you actually listen to the audiobook or just read the book or watch the movie, like you can see there's a lot of confusion in going back and forth between whose mind are you really in? So I think that fits for that one. That's my answer.
That's your answer. Okay. And since I don't understand it either, I can't tell you if you're right or wrong.
Thank you. We're going to go with I'm right.
Yeah, sounds good.
Please let us know in a nice manner.
Yeah. If you understand it better than we do, can you dumb it down for us?
Yeah, I have a hard time.
Number 2, featuring a library or a bookstore.
And I think I typoed library because it's typoed on my end.
Yeah.
It says library. Whoopsie.
That's okay.
I picked, basically it's the trilogy, but I just put the first book in the series. I put Calling by Molly Harper, and that's the first book in the, wait, no, it's not. I think it's the second book. I don't know. But it's the trilogy, the Sorcery and Society series by Molly Harper. It's the one that I told you you'd probably enjoy it. It's the one I actually read entirely on Kindle. It's pitched as Pride and Prejudice meets Harry Potter. That kind of vibe. It's like they go to an all-girls elite school for magic, basically, and everyone's in like this high society kind of level of life. It's really entertaining. My only qualms with that book, or those books, was I wish they were longer. They're actually kind of short. I don't know if I can pull up how many pages it is. I'll just pull up Calling by Molly Harper.
It does sound like something I'd like.
I think you'd like them. Oh, no, Calling, I think, is the first book. I think I was right. Oh, wait, no, it's the third book. What's the first book?
We'll get there.
I know. The first one is Changeling. Changeling, and then Fledgling, and then Calling. They're really cute covers, too. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of...
Oh, yeah.
Every time I try to show you a book cover, it's like not even an inch. I'm like,
I
look
can
at
see it, though.
Use your eyes. They're really cute. They're not too long. I always wish they were longer. Like, it could give you the same feelings as Harry Potter if they went in and expanded a little bit more into the magical world that they live in. I like those books, so those are pretty good. Those are my answers. Well, but they have a library and bookstores. There are bookstores they go into, and a lot of the chapters and a lot of stuff they have to research, they go to their library. So
okay.
That's my answer.
All right. Number 3. This title starting with letter E.
Okay, yeah. I picked Eclipse the Moon by Jesse Mihalik. Starts with an E. There you go. Perfect fit. But it's the second book in the Starlight's Shadow trilogy. They're really good. It's the second one. So the first one was the one I really enjoyed. And I enjoyed Eclipse the Moon too, but it was when I didn't expect it to change point of views from the characters. And it did. And it was like, I kind of would have preferred to just stick with the original person in the first book. But it's a sci-fi romance. So they're pretty good. They're really good.
Okay. Number 4, title starting with letter F.
Can you guess which one I picked? No pressure.
Yes. Wait, hold on. Letter F. Letter F.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
It's by Ian Reid.
Oh, Foe.
Yeah. Foe by Ian Reid, which perfectly fits the prompt because it starts with F. It's literally 3 letters, and the first one's F, and I'm still conflicted. I think I like that one the most.
Of the Ian Reid books.
Of the Ian Reid.
I was about to ask or say that I thought it was kind of funny that you picked 2 Ian Reid books when you didn't really enjoy either one of them.
Yeah. I'm very conflicted. I enjoyed them until the endings.
Right.
And so I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
If you ruin an ending,
right,
it just taints the whole thing.
It does. It really does. Like, it could have been good. You just have to have a solid ending. And then you're done. And then there you go. You've gotten a great book.
And I'm thinking of ending things, it makes sense that the ending would be weird.
Right.
Just because of what the book is about.
Yeah.
But with Foe, I'm confused why you would make the ending weird because it's not the same vibe as the other one.
Right.
It's
just a totally different.
Yeah, there's no one with a mental health issue.
I will say that even though Foe, and I think I've already said this at some point along our journey, but I think Foe, with the way it ended, because I predicted how it was going to end in my mind, I was happier about it because I still understood what was going on, and the way I predicted it was better than the other direction it could have gone. So I think that's why I like it the most, because like I'm thinking of ending things, I was like, I don't know what's going on. It wasn't clear.
Right.
And I didn't like it. But I'm still conflicted with Ian Reid.
Yeah, when you have to watch other people's YouTube videos to figure out what the heckin' happened.
Not what the heckin' happened. What the heckin' happened?
One of your favorite people taught me that phrase. Moving on.
Anyway.
Number 5. Chapters have titles.
And sorry, I know I like cut off half. Oh, actually, number 5 on the actual paper does just say chapters have titles.
Okay.
But on a lot of them, I just like cut the sentences up.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
For my quick typing needs at 4:00 this morning. So number 5, chapters have titles. Yeah. So really any of the Anne books, probably. I've only technically read the first 3, but I just picked one. I picked Anne of Avonlea because all of the chapters in those 3 books have titles in every single chapter. I love Anne of Avonlea. It's Anne of the Islands when I get distraught. Emotionally distraught. But it was still good. It was still good. Anne of Avonlea, though, it was like the same amount of heartfelt, wholesome perfection that Anne of Green Gables is, except she's like entering college. She's just a little bit older, but it's still so wholesome and great.
Right.
Love it. Love it. That's my answer.
Alrighty. Number 6, household object on cover.
So, none of the books I read in 2022 had a household object on the cover, but on the cover of All My Puny Sorrows that I have, there is, you know how you can transport houses? If you pay enough money, you can actually move a house.
Right.
On the cover is a little illustration of a home being moved on a trailer. So I was like, does an entire house count?
Right.
Because
it's a household.
That's all I've got. Nothing else I read had a household object.
That's funny.
And it's like, what's a household object? Like,
we'll count that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Number 7, a nonfiction bestseller.
This is so sad because I wish I had an answer for it. But I don't. And it was because I don't have any of the all 4 nonfiction books I read this year were audiobooks. So I don't have the physical books.
Oh.
And typically it'll just tell you on the book if it was a bestseller. And no matter where I looked under these books, I could not find it. And I don't know how you find out if a book was a bestseller.
What are the 4 nonfiction books that you read?
One of them was Witch, A Tale of Terror. One of them was Vanishing Fleece. It's about the American manufacturing of wool. One of them was Heartwood, The Art of Living with the End in Mind. And The Lady from the Black Lagoon. And I would like to think, if I had to just guess, like maybe one or two of these that would have been bestsellers. Doesn't mean I'm right. But if I just had to guess based on what they're about, I would say it was either The Lady from the Black Lagoon by Mallory O'Meara or Witch, A Tale of Terror by Charles McKay and Sam Harris.
Yeah.
If I had to just guess. I don't know. And I tried to even Google. I was like, is this a bestseller? And nothing came up that helped me.
Yeah.
So I don't technically have an answer for that. Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, all right. The poor 4 audiobooks that were nonfiction. My poor nonfiction reads of 2022.
I would agree with you that Lady from the Black Lagoon, that would have to be, I would think it would have to be a bestseller.
And in my mind, I was like, oh, Jeanette McCurdy's book, I'm Glad My Mom Died. But I was like, I haven't read that yet. I just know that it was a bestseller.
Right.
So maybe for future reference. But that doesn't count.
Maybe we'll do it again next year.
Yes, I haven't even read it.
Oh, you better get on that.
I know.
Number 8, involving the art world.
So I picked The Lady from the Black Lagoon by Mallory O'Meara because it involves the world of creature design for horror movies, and it involves the film industry. So, boom, art world.
There you go.
Done.
A book that sparks joy.
My first thought when I read that one, a book that sparks joy, I thought of I'd Rather Be Reading by Anne Bogle. Because every time I read it, it sparks so much joy in my heart. But I didn't read it in 2022. So I was like, dang, what sparks joy out of the book stack that I've read, or the audiobooks that I've read? And it's so unfair because I liked most of the books I read. I mean, most of them you could argue sparked joy.
Right.
But it's just not hitting the mark. So I was going through them again, just scanning. And I'm like, okay, I know one of these has to spark joy in my heart. And so I picked A Little Something Different by Sandy Hall, the cutesy little romance book that's 14 different viewpoints. Like one of them is a bench in the park.
That was one of the first ones you told me about last year, and I liked the idea of that book.
So cute. It is. I will say one of the characters, just one, curses a lot, but it's because he's got like anger management issues or something. But
is it a squirrel?
Oh, another character curses a lot. Oh, that book is so funny. I mean, I remember sitting on break at work while I was reading that book, and I would, like, every few minutes, I would start, like, vocally laugh. Like, you would hear me start to actually laugh because it was just so funny. And I was like, well, if that book made me laugh that much, and I just remember it fondly as being one of the cutest, funniest books I've read, that has to spark joy. So I picked that one.
That's a good one.
And I think, yeah, you'd really like it. It's really funny.
All right. Number 10, a book based on a real person.
I could have picked, there's like 4 I could have picked. I put down 2. I picked The Lady from the Black Lagoon because it's about Millicent Patrick. So Mallory O'Meara wrote this about Millicent Patrick. So that was the obvious choice. But then I kept thinking, I've already picked that book for the first several obvious prompts.
Right.
So then I technically put The Colorado Kid by Stephen King because it's a very short true crime book that...
Oh, okay.
Well, it's a mystery/crime book. It's fictional, but he wrote it, and it's based off of an actual true crime event.
Interesting. Okay.
So I thought that maybe counted.
It sounds like...
It's based off a true person.
Yeah, I think it counts.
Yeah. So it's really good. It's that mystery. You've probably heard of it. I'm probably going to say stuff wrong, but we know this about me. So it's about, I don't remember where exactly it was. I think it was in it was off some coast. That doesn't sum it up very well, but it was off a coast. This random man, a John Doe, is just found on the beach. I can't remember if he was stabbed or shot. But he's just found dead, and there's not a lot of evidence to why he ended up this way. He doesn't have any identification. I mean, to this day, nobody knows who it was. Oh. But they did. No, wait, no, they do know who it is. To this day they don't know what led him to this death. But they did find out that he was from. I think he was technically from like Maine. Stephen King fictionalized it though, and he made him from Colorado.
Okay.
So they did find out where this person essentially came from, but it's completely an unsolved case still to this day. And it's very creepy when you actually like look up it. I look it up. I enjoy a lot of unsolved mysteries.
Yeah.
So I always find it fascinating when like it's just completely.
When I was a kid, we watched Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
It was a good show.
Yeah. Maybe that's the same unsolved mystery that's on Hulu right now.
I think it is. Does it have Robert Stack in it?
I don't know.
You're
asking the wrong girl.
Fun fact, when we watched Unsolved Mysteries, I did not know that Robert Stack was an actor. I thought he was just like a TV personality doing the show. And then one day I watched a movie about Titanic and he was in it and he was young. And I was like, he looked the same. It's like, that's Robert Stack.
That's funny.
I didn't know he was an actor.
I think this is a different Unsolved Mysteries then, because the one that I think I know what you're talking about, but this one you don't have like a show host or anything.
Okay, yeah.
It's just complete like docuseries.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he used to tell actual true Unsolved Mysteries. Came on weekly, and sometimes they would have updates and they would solve a mystery. But like that's when I heard about Amelia Earhart, some of the theories behind her
that's
vanishing.
Crazy.
It was a good show.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
No, that's like the kind of show where like you open up and you're in like a library with a fireplace and he's like standing there and he's like, "Hey, I'm Robert. Welcome back to Unsolved." Is that kind of show? I could get behind that. No, I'm pretty sure I'm saying all of the wrong facts considering the actual true crime case. But Colorado Kid by Stephen King is really good. I just feel like I need to say this if anybody wants to read it. It's unsolved in the book as well. He doesn't fictionalize a happy ending.
Oh,
so
wow.
when you read it, it's like, this was really good and now it's still unsolved and I don't know what happened. But it's very good. He did it a part of like this true crime edition of books. They were trying to bring back. I can't talk. It's the food. We ate, now I can't talk. They tried to bring back some like classical unsolved cases in a good fictionalized form with like 80s illustrations on the front covers and inside the books. So he did that one. I think he did two. He did that one, and I think Joyland is also a part of the same series. I could be wrong, but Joyland by Stephen King, I think, is a part of the same series. So I'm probably saying all the wrong facts. You know me. Okay, moving on.
Number 11, a book with less than 2,022 Goodreads ratings.
So I don't pay attention to a lot of ratings on Goodreads. I just like, if I want to read something, I read it. I never really pay attention to how many ratings a book has, what their average rating is, unless somebody's like telling me to read it. And then I'm like, well, let me see. Then I might look into it. So I actually don't know if 2022 is a lot or if it's not a lot. But the way I feel like that the prompt was laid out made it seem like it's almost like a diss. That's just how I read it. I don't know if it seemed like a diss to you. But I initially picked my answer because I was trying to diss the book, which is not nice. Sorry. But it's The Turning by Francine Prose that only has 1,029 Goodreads ratings. And I did look, it has an average, I rated it 2 stars. And I know what you're thinking, Brooke, why didn't you just stop reading it? You have a great question there, Becky, and everyone else. It's because I thought it was going to get better. And it didn't. So I rated it 2 stars. On Goodreads, it has an average rating of 2.64. So I'm not alone. Out of all those 1,029 ratings. So that's that. It tried to be, okay, sorry. The Turning by Francine Prose was like, what's the word? It's like not a reboot. Like a retelling, almost. It tried to be like a retelling of The Turn of the Screw. I know I haven't finished The Turn of the Screw. Right. I know I'd probably like it. I know I like the whole idea because I like your basic haunted house with weird, creepy stuff going on because I watch Haunting of Hill House, The Haunting of Bly Manor. Bly Manor is based on The Turn of the Screw. So I knew I would probably like it. So it was like that kind of story, but a little bit more modern. And I was like, okay, it's a ghost story. I'm on board. I shouldn't have been on board. Should have jumped off. But that's why I tried to keep going on with it. I know you
heard.
You were wondering.
I was going to go back and say that I didn't think they were trying to have like a diss when they said a book with less than 2022. I just, like this year, if they did a prompt, it would be 2023.
Right.
So I wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah.
But that was a good choice.
I think the only reason I took it as a diss, like, why would it be a diss? It's a friendly, website who just has a friendly reading challenge. Like, it's nothing, there's nothing serious about it. And I'm the one making it a diss. But the reason I took it as a diss was because it says less than.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it was like a book with
more than
or with or more than, but the fact that it's specified less than makes it seem like, yeah, you have less than this many, so get it together. Like, that's how I took it. I don't know what that says about me, but I think that's why.
We should have a therapist on the show.
We should. What's wrong with us? Anyway.
Number 12, a book set on at least 2 continents.
So
I feel like I already know where we're going with this.
Ooh, really?
I could be wrong. Go ahead.
I want to hear your guess.
I don't remember the name of it, but there's the one where there's a pandemic and he goes to where the pandemic starts.
That would have been a great one.
What's the name of that one?
The End of October by Lawrence Wright. That would have been perfect. I didn't pick that one.
Oh, what did you pick?
Because he literally goes from America to Malaysia.
Right.
Oh my gosh. I picked The Golden Compass by Philip Pullman because it starts in Europe and they go to Antarctica. Wait, they go to the North Pole. They go to one of them. I think it's the North Pole. So that's different. That would have been perfect. Oh gosh. That would have been perfect. Good job, Becky.
Thank you.
Yeah. Great memory. That's funny.
Did you want to say anything about The Golden Compass, or
it's
that
good?
Was it?
I really need to finish reading that series because I like The Golden Compass. I have my copy of The Golden Compass that I've had since I was young. I actually wrote on the front inside cover, and every time I read it, I'm like, oh, cringe. Like, ooh. But I have the second book in the series, and I think it's just a trilogy, but there's a show on Hulu I really want to watch. And I think I'd like it, because I've seen the movie they tried to make of The Golden Compass, and I liked the movie, but I guess it didn't blow up like they wanted it to, because they never made the rest of them. But then they made a new show, a series, a Hulu original, I think. Maybe it's not a Hulu original. It's on Hulu, though, and I want to watch it. Point blank, period.
Okay.
I really like that because I've always been attached to that book because I love animals. And ever since I read that book, I always used to like daydream when I was little about how cool it would be to have like an animal like familiar that would always be with me all the time, like as like your partner, basically. Right. And that's what they have in the book. They have like, it's like they have the other half of their soul. So like if they die, the human dies. Right. If the human dies, they die. But until they get to like their age where they start to go through puberty, they can constantly change into different animals. Their familiar partner can. And until they get to puberty, they can constantly change, but then they have to pick one animal. And I always thought it was interesting to see which characters had like what animal. It's sort of like in Harry Potter, your Patronus. Yeah. I had to do the spell. It's like your Patronus, basically. It's interesting to see like what your Patronus is compared to other people. I always liked that book. So I should finish that series. That's all. Okay.
Number 13 includes a club.
Includes a...
Now, is this a nightclub or a club you beat someone with?
Neither. It's like an astrology club. Science club. Like it's a club. That's funny. A club you beat someone with. I picked Dragon Teeth by Michael Crichton. Love Dragon Teeth because it involves technically a photography club. Okay. This young wealthy guy gets dared to go to the Wild West with a group of college students and a professor who are going out there to like look for fossils and document the surroundings, whatnot. And The only way he gets to go is because he lies about being in a photography club because they need a photographer. So that's how he gets to go.
That's funny.
Couldn't think of anything else. I kept wanting to say Beartown because of
because they're a hockey team.
Yeah, but then I didn't read Beartown in 2022. I started it, but technically I read it in 2023.
Right.
And I don't know if you can say that a hockey team and an association is like a club.
Same thing. Yeah.
I don't know if that's interchangeable.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah. But then I thought maybe the Soul Riders in Jorvik Calling and The Legend Awakens by Helena Dahlgren, technically, could you say that the Soul Riders are working in a club? Even though
an equestrian club or whatever?
I guess. Could you say that? You couldn't if you read the book. But I'm stretching it because, the four of them come together and they're like, oh, we have powers. We're the Soul Riders.
Yeah, that's
Are they in a club?
It's kind of like a club.
Or are they just the Soul Riders
Friends
with powers?
who have powers.
Right.
They gave themselves a name. That kind of makes it a club, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Maybe someone smarter than us can tell us.
And I kept thinking, I was like, what else did I read that has a club? I could not think of anything.
Well, the one you chose makes sense.
I think...
Although he wasn't in a photography club, he lied.
So it is still a stretch. I think in Anne of Avonlea, she joins a club, but I can't think of what it's called. I don't know. We'll never know. Maybe we'll know next week. I'll let you know.
Well, depending on which friend in Wetumpka listens, they could tell us, because I do have a friend who lives in Wetumpka who loves the Anne books.
Tell me.
I don't know if she's the one who's listening, or if because no one's ever said.
Or if we've gotten lucky and someone else from Wetumpka's listening.
I've never had anyone say, none of my friends outside of work have mentioned listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
The only reason I know someone in Wetumpka listens is because I said something about Emma going to Wetumpka to visit friends, and you said, oh, we have a listener in Wetumpka.
Yeah. I was like, I've read that name.
And that's the only...
On bus route.
That's the only way I know.
Whoa,
so thank you, whichever one of my friends in Wetumpka is listening.
If it's you, and if it's not, thanks for listening.
Right. Everyone that I know in Wetumpka I've known since college, so we've been friends for 20 years. So
I'm sure they're friends with you on Facebook and know.
Yeah.
I just wish all of my friends and family, if you are listening to our podcast and have not told me, please tell me. It makes me so happy.
Right.
I just want to know. You don't have to tell me if you like it.
Right.
You don't have to tell me if you like reading. You don't even have to like reading.
You don't have to say, I hate your podcast.
And it's okay if you do.
I only downloaded it because we're friends.
That's fair. But it would make me so happy for you to just tell me you are listening, have listened to, plan to listen to our podcast.
Every time I post something on our Facebook page, there's the same 4 people who like it.
We've got a little club.
And it's one of our coworkers and your mom.
Yeah.
Sometimes you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember who else, but I just know that I've had 4 likes. So it's no one from Wetumpka, so I have no idea.
That is interesting. That is very interesting. Maybe they follow you on Instagram?
I don't know.
I don't know. If you're listening, you Wetumpkins, we need to know. Message us, would you? Please. Oh my goodness.
She's a lot smarter than I am. She knits.
She's the one that knits.
She's the one who knits.
Oh wow!
If she's
amazingly.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they technically live in Wetumpka anymore because they moved to a farm, which is cool. They have a homestead, cool. But their whole family kind of lives in that area. So it could be the girl who's coming to get Emma. Maybe she listens to it. I remember when she was born. Or it could be my friend who knits, and because she has a friend who owns a bookstore, I think in Wetumpka, and her friend has a podcast. And
that's so cool.
I saw a post one time where she was on her friend's podcast, which is about books as well.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Do you know what it's called?
I don't remember, but I could probably stalk her page and find it.
I want to listen.
Or I could just message her.
Yeah.
That's probably easier.
You'd be less creepy about it.
Anyway, but yeah, she's a knitter. She's really good, but she's been doing it since she was little.
Hashtag knit life.
If she is listening, I hate to admit this, I unfollowed her for a while.
Yeah.
Because I was miserable and everything she posted I was jealous of.
Yeah.
So I unfollowed her for a long time.
Yeah.
And that sounds terrible to say.
You can admit it though, and that in itself is a big step and very impressive.
And so after I started my homestead, which was it was actually my dad's idea. So yeah. I didn't copy her. Yeah.
We all need to resort back anyway.
Which it sounds like.
Let's go back to horse and buggy times.
It sounds like I'm copying her. But when I restarted following her.
You're not copying her, you crochet.
It's true. That's the one thing. And she has tea parties.
So cute.
I hate her. No, I'm just kidding. I love tea parties. I'm always so jealous. I'm like, can I be one of her kids?
Yeah, really.
Like, she homeschools, she knits, and they have a homestead. And her kid, she's teaching her daughters to knit, and that's really cool. They're so talented. So when I started refollowing her, I saw that she had a homestead too, and I was like, I don't want her to think I'm copying her, but she's just really cool. Like, she does everything she does. It's like, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Like, I love to read.
Yeah.
And she's able, because she is in the position where she can stay home with her children.
Yeah. She's
able to read, and she reads with them. She's passed on her love of reading to her children. They have a book reading club.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know, it's amazing. And she has all these pictures. Like, I don't want to just make her have a big head if it's her that's listening, but she's also great at photography. So like when she's drinking tea or knitting, she takes pictures.
Well, it's really
mostly
cute.
to post on Facebook to show friends and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's so idyllic looking. It's so romantic looking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's my life. That's what I want. It's amazing. It's really, she's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll message her later if I remember and ask her.
Tell her we boasted about her quite a lot. Maybe she'll hear it. If she forgets, she'll probably just hear it.
Well, if it's not her, if it's the girl who's coming to get Emma, that's her niece.
Okay.
So she might tell her, hey, they talked about you.
That's so funny.
That is funny.
And if you don't know Becky at all, hi.
I love Wetumpka.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Back to you. Okay. Number 14, a character with a superhuman ability.
So I just picked the Golden Compass again. because the main character that you're following, what's her name? Little Miss Lyra, and she realizes that she has this ability to read the Golden Compass. Mm-hmm. It's this super special compass that tells you. Sorry. I want to say it tells the future. Okay. Sorry, I started giggling because I was about to say it tells you what your heart most desires, but I was like, no, that's Pirates of the Caribbean. That's not right. Then I kept seeing Captain Jack Sparrow looking at the compass and turning around. I'm like, you're getting it mixed up. Different compass. No, it tells the future, but only a certain person with this ability can actually read the Golden Compass. Okay. So I don't know if you would really call it a superhuman ability, but that's all I've got.
I have a question, because I feel like I remember when the movie came out. I've never seen the movie. What is her familiar?
I think he's not a ferret. He's in the ferret family, though.
Okay.
What is it? His name is Pantalemon, in case you're wondering. Not Daniel Craig. The animal.
Familiar.
He's a pine marten. He stays as a pine marten, which I think is like the ferret family. I don't know. But he's really cute. Really cute.
I feel like I remember that when that movie came out.
Yeah.
Anyway, I never watched it. I don't remember why.
You might like it.
It is
a little it is a middle grade fantasy series, but it does lean a little bit more on the darker side. But it is really good. It is for technically the age group of children, so
heard. All right.
Take that with a grain of salt.
Number 15, a 5-syllable title.
The Simple Wild.
The Simple Wild.
By K.A. Tucker.
And that's about
a romance.
Oh.
It is that romance that I was telling you about a while ago now. I mean, it's been a while since I read it.
Is that the one in Alaska?
It is the one in Alaska. where she goes and she's like, I'm not going to fall in love with a bush pilot. And then, of course, she does because she said she wasn't going to fall, you know.
It was kind of cheesy, but
yeah, but in a good way. And the simple wild.
No, this is your
wild.
Southern roots coming out. Wild. It's not wild. It's wild. It's one syllable. Wild.
Wild.
It's one syllable.
Oh, no! Whatever. And so, but their banter was really cute.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was really cute. So, the simple wild. Oh, fudge.
That's okay. All the Southerners are going to give that to you.
Now I got to find another one. The golden compass.
You can't use that for 3.
This isn't even the last one I'm using it for. Okay, so the golden compass is the one with 5 syllables. Okay, moving on. It definitely was my Southern coming out.
Don't edit that out because that is great. I love that.
I ain't scared.
What's sad is I just took you at your word.
Yeah.
I didn't even count it.
Yeah,
this one over here is counting syllables.
Why? I thought you were asleep. Why would I lie to you, Becky? That's funny.
She just led me down the garden path.
Yeah, she did.
I followed right along. I'm so gullible. One of our coworkers told me something one day.
Yeah, you can't believe them suckers.
She was totally lying, and it was obviously a lie. Like if I had thought about it,
You're like,
I would have known.
It was definitely a lie.
I would have known. But I thought she was being serious. I was like, okay. She goes, Becky, no, I'm lying to you.
That's so sad.
And I was like, I'm so gullible.
Yeah. That's funny.
She is not someone who would normally, well, maybe she is. I'll tell you later who is.
Does she listen?
I don't think so. She should.
She needs to.
So number 16, a book you've seen someone reading in a public place.
So I kind of cheated on this one, and I put Lock Every Door because I've seen you reading it in a public place, and because no other book that I've seen, like, just with people,
right,
has happened to be a book that I've also read.
Right.
Unless it's Harry Potter. But I haven't even seen people with Harry Potter in public. So.
Did you even read that last year?
No.
So it wouldn't have mattered.
It wouldn't have mattered. But Lock Every Door counts because I saw a human being reading it in a public place. And then I read it. Boom. By Riley Sager.
Heard. Okay. Number 17, a book picked based on the spine.
This is kind of hard because I am very openly a cover picker.
Mm-hmm.
Not very often do I see the spine and I'm like, I have to have it.
Right.
But I picked Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Because by Josh Mellerman, because the spine on it is still very, I guess, attractive in my mind. It's still very kind of spooky. It has good characteristics from the cover, also on the spine.
Right.
So I like it a lot. So
okay,
that's my pick.
Sounds good. All right, number 18, Jane Austen inspired. Don't give me a Jane Austen book. It has to be Jane Austen inspired.
Well, lucky you. I didn't read a Jane Austen book in 2022. And I don't even think I read a Jane Austen inspired book in 2022. The best thing I had was maybe the Sorcery and Society series by Molly Harper. That's all I've got.
Heard.
Yep.
Okay, number 19, a book with an alternate title.
So that's interesting, right?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
So I actually could have picked 2 different ones. The one I put down was The Drought by J.G. Ballard. That is its new title. It used to be called The Burning World. Okay. And then they renamed it. I could have also picked Murder at Hazelmoor by Agatha Christie. That is its original title. It is now called, like, why did they change The Burning World?
Yeah.
I thought that was a cooler title.
I would think that maybe you would have a title difference based on the country it was released in.
Maybe.
But not just to randomly change it. That's weird. Yeah.
So my copy of Agatha Christie's book is The Murder at Hazelmoor. But it is now called The Sittaford Mystery. So
I wonder why they changed it.
I don't know.
The Murder at Hazelmoor is... I wonder if they changed it because murder is...
Maybe. Well, because they have Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah.
And several others by her.
People are weird.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Makes you wonder. I'm sure we could look it up, but I don't feel like it.
Same. I just don't care.
Yeah. But The Drought by J.G. Ballard is about a drought that overtakes the world for like a long time.
Maybe they thought that made more sense than the burning. What was it? The burning
world. But he has another book called The Drowning World. He has like a bunch of like environmental apocalyptic books, and
so it would make more sense. Yeah,
that book. So I don't know what. Maybe because of climate change, they were like, oh, this is too sensitive.
Maybe we could probably look that up too. But
yeah, it's very Mad Max-esque. Sorry if anybody.
I watched the original Mad Max with Mel Gibson, and it was weird. And
they are weird. Yeah,
they redid
the new one's really good.
Really, I was like, well, I just don't. I'm not big on remakes necessarily.
Well, they didn't remake it. It's like a continuation. And it's just not Mel Gibson anymore.
The 80s movies, I mean, they're cool.
They try.
They're nostalgic.
Yeah.
But they're just not that great. Like, compared to... But it's the same thing as watching a B movie from the 60s.
Right.
I mean, it's great for nostalgia, but we just have better graphics and better...
They did what they could.
Yeah.
But I actually got into Mad Max when Mad Max Fury Road came out in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that one in theaters, I think with Austin. Very good movie. Very wild, apocalyptic, action-packed movie. Full of cars and like... I mean, the world is just... I mean, well, they're in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just desert everywhere. It's really a good movie. I like it a lot. And so then after that, I watched the original ones with Mel Gibson. And I was like, meh. I mean, I like that I've watched them, and and there's actually a video game that I have on the Xbox. It's Mad Max, and it's a fun video game.
Mm-hmm. Number 20.
Yeah.
Related to the word gold.
The Golden Compass by Philip Pullman. But I did pick, that was my original one, and I was like, dang, I'm going to have the Golden Compass for several of them. Oh my God. But then I was scrolling through the books that I've read, just looking at the covers, maybe thinking of a different title that maybe is related to gold. None of them are, but my copy of A Wrinkle in Time has a lot of gold on it.
Okay.
A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline Langall and The Golden Compass by Philip Pullman. I'm here for like what, the fifth time? Fourth, fifth?
Are there more? Should I be waiting?
I don't think so. I think that's it.
I feel like we should mention Kenneth Branagh at this point, just because.
Just on repeat.
If we're gonna repeat Golden Compass, we might as well say Kenneth Branagh.
Also Kenneth Branagh for his golden hair in Harry Potter.
Okay, number 21 by Simon and Schuster.
So I was scrolling through, and you think, okay, Simon and Schuster.
Yeah.
That's a very popular and well-known publishing company.
Yes.
So obviously something I have has got to have been published by them. So I'm scrolling through and I'm like, okay, nope, HarperCollins, not Simon and Schuster. Okay, keep going. And then I get to Ian Reid. And I think it counts. It's Simon and Schuster audio, but it's still Simon and Schuster. Like if they were the paperback copies, they would be Simon and Schuster.
Right.
But I didn't put them. I was like, no, I don't want to pick anything else by Ian Reid right now. Not yet. I picked a book by Frederick Bachman. My grandmother asked me to tell you she's sorry. Also by Simon and Schuster audio.
Okay.
So, boom, answered it. Done. You'd probably like that book. I don't know if I've told you that.
Yeah.
You should read that.
A lot of the books you talk about, they sound like I'd like them.
Yeah.
And as you recall, I did read The Wolf.
Yeah.
The Wolf.
Yeah.
What's The Wolf and the...
Yeah.
Huntsman.
Nope.
What's it called? The Wolf and the what? Woodsman. Stop laughing at me. The Wolf and the Woodsman. Written by... No, I don't know who wrote that.
I just bit the microphone. Ava Reed. Not Amy Reed. Ava. AVA Reed.
And I enjoyed it, even though it was really gross.
Yep.
I mean...
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do tend to read things that you say I probably would like.
I know.
Although you didn't tell me that I might like that one.
Yeah. I know. I was telling you about it, and you were like, "Oh, that sounds good."
Yeah.
And I was like, "All right."
And you're like, "Well, it's kind of gross."
Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, wait, don't listen to it with your kids around."
And it wasn't really as bad as you thought.
I know. It's because I don't have kids. So anything
I mean, I still didn't listen with them.
Remotely naughty is like not okay.
I still didn't listen to it with them because you told me that, but I was like,
Yeah.
I think that they would have been okay with what was said. Okay. Number 22, an unlikely detective.
That always sounds really whimsical, doesn't it?
Yeah.
An unlikely detective.
Unlikely anything.
Yeah. I didn't have much to go off of with this one, but I picked Murder at Pirates Cove by Josh Lanyon.
Mm-hmm.
It's about this character who, I believe it's his great aunt passes away and leaves him with this huge mansion and leaves him also with her bookstore in a small town.
Oh.
Cute, right?
Yeah.
So he inherits this bookstore, moves in to this mansion, doesn't know what he's going to do with this place because it's so big and it's falling apart because it's a mansion and he's one person. Then he doesn't know what to do about running a bookstore. It's a cozy mystery, so it's got a lot of cute little puns here and there. But he ends up being framed for a murder.
Oh.
Bum, bum, bum. So he is the unlikely detective who's going in to try to prove his innocence.
That's a good one.
It's a cute little story.
That sounds cute. I wish I had someone in my family who was wealthy and would die and leave me something.
It would leave me a mansion and a bookstore in a small town.
That sounds terrible.
On the coast. Why can't I have that?
My brother has a suggestion for our wealthy family member. Okay, I digress. Number 23, author with an X, Y, or Z in their name.
So I picked the author Sarah Perry.
Mm-hmm.
So Perry ends with a Y. And her book that I read in 2022 is The Essex Serpent. And it was great.
I remember you talking about that.
Very gothic, very nature-oriented. A brief romance that I don't know if I could get on board with. But it was fun while it lasted.
At least it was brief.
So this is the book where I told you it's like almost like you're reading like a gothic version of Anne of Green Gables kind of. So it was really fun. I like that book a lot. And she has another book that I actually want to read soon that is called Melmouth, I think. I don't know. I think that's what it's called. Melmoth by Sarah Perry. She writes gothic, or at least she seems that she's writing gothic-oriented, like monstery folklore books. That's what the Essex Serpent was.
Okay.
So, and I think Melmoth is also based on a folklore monster.
Oh, that's cool.
And I also think it's going to be gothic. So that's fun. I want to read that as well.
Sounds good. Okay. Number 24 addresses a specific topic.
I was gonna put nothing, and then I was gonna put The Lady from the Black Lagoon, but I was like, again? So I put Vanishing Fleece, Adventures in American Wool by Clara Parks. So that's what I put, because it's following the process of American-based wool manufacturing. Mm-hmm. So that specific topic, very specific topic.
Very specific,
Yep. That's the one that had the really sweet chapter that like I just cried in it because it was just so quiet and beautiful and calm. And she just talked about the sheep quietly coming into the barn and they were getting sheared and then going back out into the fields, and like how sweet it was and how the people who were shearing them just clearly loved them so much. It was just beautiful. It was beautiful. I'm trying not to cry on the podcast. So.
I mean, I've done it 3 times, so
I've got
you
a
might
record
as well.
to beat.
You might as well do it. Number 25, a wealthy character.
A wealthy character, not Brooke Bates. I'm wealthy in my heart. So, All My Puny Sorrows by Miriam Taves, the saddest book I've ever read in my life. It follows 2 sisters. The older sister is a very wealthy pianist.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Number 26 has an author's note.
This was annoyingly difficult because I was like, surely if I just pick up one of these books, they're going to have an author's note, you know?
Right.
Surely. And then I was like, oh, The Stand by Stephen King. Oh, wait, I'm reading that now in 2023, not 2022. Never mind. So I was like going through my books and I picked up The Colorado Kid by Stephen King because I was like, he probably has an author's note. Didn't have one in that one.
Uh-oh.
Or if he did, okay, excuse me. It was an afterword in the back. It didn't say author's note, so I didn't think I could include it. So I was just going through and I picked up and I was like, oh, wait, this one by Michael Crichton, Dragon Teeth, it had an author's note. Interestingly enough, though, it was the one that was published after he passed away.
Oh.
So I think it's mainly his wife that wrote the author's note.
Right.
It still said author's note, though, so I took it. That's what I'm using. There you go.
Alrighty. Number 27 includes a map.
I could have picked several different books. I had just a few I could pick from. I could have picked Dragon Teeth. I could have picked Redwall or Mossflower by Brian Jacques. But the first thing I saw upstairs when I was looking through my books was Soul Riders. So I picked Soul Riders. They have a map, and it's really fun. I love when books have maps.
Me
and
too.
like the further you get into the book with different locations, I like to go back and look at the map, and I'm like, okay, so they went from this point to this point. Okay, cool. I don't know. I really enjoy that. That's what I picked.
That is cool. All right, number 28, award winning from your country.
Oh, you're gonna love this one.
Is that sarcasm?
I picked an award-winning book from, oh gosh, is it from my country? I guess it's from my country. Oh, this would be so embarrassing if it's not. I'm just going to say award-winning book. Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. I have it typed up right here. Station 11, Emily St. John Mandel's fourth novel, won the Arthur C. Clarke Award, was a finalist for the National Book Award, and PEN/Faulkner Award, was an Amazon Best Book of the Month, and was named one of the best books of the year by more than a dozen publications. It has been translated into 27 languages. It's in my country because I read it. Obviously. I don't know. She's a Canadian novelist. Well, you know what? Everybody should read Station 11. That's the point. So, moving on.
It's from the same continent.
There you go. Basically the same country.
Canada is on the North American continent. Until recently, we had open borders.
Yeah,
so it's the same. I'm just trying to help a girl out here.
Yeah.
Number 29. This is going to be easy. Over 500 pages.
Well, I would love to pick The Stand, but obviously that's not valid. I picked The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. Because that was technically the largest book that I read in 2022, and I think it ended at a whopping 507 pages. So I lucked out. It was the only one that was over 500 pages. I was like, dang, I really didn't read a lot of big books in 2022.
Well, you did read 80 books.
Right.
80?
Yeah, 80.
Some of them are bound to be smaller than others. Some of them
are very small.
All right. Number 30. Audiobook is narrated by the author.
The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman.
Oh. I forgot you told me that he narrated that.
He narrates a lot of his stuff, if not all of them.
That's
or
really
he's
cool.
At least a part of them. Because he also helped narrate the Graveyard Book. The Graveyard Book was full cast, though, so there was a bunch of other people. But he was in it as well. But he completely narrated The Ocean at the End of the Lane. I think he narrates Coraline. He is a narrator in The Sandman.
Oh.
I think he enjoys narrating his books. He's fun to listen to.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I know he, I follow him on our Happily Booked Facebook page, and he does something every year where it's basically like a narration. He reads something in public, and I thought that was cool. I posted about it at Christmas time, I think. So
you're so on it.
He seems like a cool person.
He does seem like a cool person.
If I were on it, I'd probably check our Happily Booked Facebook page every day and just, share something. But I don't.
At least you update it.
I try.
I am technically a week behind, so.
You do more on Instagram than I do on Facebook. Sometimes I look and I see a post from James Patterson, and I look and it's like 5 days old, and I'm like, well,
I'll share it anyway.
Is this still relevant?
Yeah. That's funny.
Number 31, technology themed.
I don't know. I didn't have anything.
What about that book where the guy could see what other people were doing? It's not a time traveler, but
See what other people were doing.
Like he could see through. Oh, I wish I could think about what it. The cover has like red.
Was it an audiobook?
No, it's a physical book you have.
And I read it?
I think so. The cover was red, but it had buildings. Like it was. Never mind. I don't know. I can't remember enough about it. But I thought it had technology in it because he could like hear what other people were saying. Like he could see through their eyes or something. But I don't remember enough about it. I could also be wrong.
I don't know.
The cover had like a red background, but it was mostly black, and it was buildings. And I don't know if it was apocalyptic or something had happened. And I think there was a silhouette of a person on there. Maybe it wasn't a guy. Maybe it was a girl. They wore a helmet or something. You couldn't see what they actually looked like. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I had a dream.
I can't think of anything. I mean, maybe you're thinking of a book that I hauled recently. Because none of the physical books were red covers with silhouettes.
Oh, maybe it was a booktuber that we were watching.
Maybe.
And she was talking. Never mind. Just kidding.
I wish you were right, though.
Pretend like I didn't say anything.
That's okay. You said everything that needed to be said.
So you don't have anything?
No. Oh, this is so sad.
I wish I could help you out with that one.
Is it the girl that I normally play when we're watching lunch?
Probably.
Okay, I'm going to go back and watch her videos. I'm going to find it.
I think it was the girl in Canada. Not the cute girl with the hat.
Yeah, Books in La in Canada.
I think.
Yeah.
It might have been her.
I'll go back.
Okay, you'll have to let me know if you find that out.
Don't you worry.
She's going to be sleuthing later.
I am. I'm a sleuth.
Number 32. A book that intimidates you.
The End of October by Lawrence Wright.
Okay.
Because it didn't intimidate me before I started reading it. But then
words.
When I started reading all of the big words, I was like, this book is hard. This book is challenging.
All the medical terms.
It was very good, though. I was actually thinking about that book just like yesterday or the other day while I was reading The Stand, because I got to a point in The Stand where he writes that, you have the initial virus that kills off people,
and
then it calms down. But then in almost every viral pandemic, you have a second wave. And it typically, if the initial virus happened earlier in the year, say March or April, you'll have a second wave in October.
Okay.
And that's why the end of October is called the end of October, because it had a second wave. And that book was so accurate medically and scientifically that I was like, good job, Stephen King. Good job. Good job, because there's always a second wave. And I was just very proud of Mr. King, even though that came first. Some people always, have you ever heard that, like, people, I don't want to say knock Stephen King, but they sort of talk down on, like, he just writes for entertainment. Like, it's not academic reading. Have you ever heard that kind of thing?
No, but who cares?
Right. That's my point. I'm reading for entertainment.
Right. That's why I read.
Right. But, like, I don't know. I can't think of a good example, but I've heard that before. And it's not just Stephen King, but I have heard him be mentioned in that kind of conversation. And I'm like, what does it matter?
Yeah.
What does it matter? Anyway.
If you don't like him, don't read him, but don't talk bad about him.
I like him.
He has more money than you do.
He sure does. He's got a lot more movies, too.
All right. Number 33, a bilingual character.
I picked Miss Candace Chen from Severance by Ling Ma. She is the daughter of Chinese immigrants. So they used to speak Mandarin to each other. So she knows Mandarin in the book, but she does talk about how she's lost a lot of it because she ends up becoming sort of like estranged from her mother. And so she ends up like losing a lot of her ability to speak Mandarin, but she can understand Mandarin. So that comes up a lot in the book. Severance is really good. Like, if you like Station 11, you'd probably like Severance. It was really good. I liked it. There's something about, I'm starting to realize I really like this whole pandemic, no offense to anybody in New York, but pandemic takes over New York. There's just something ominous about, like, the city being completely wiped out and empty.
Yeah.
That just makes for a good
imagine,
story.
Like, honestly, like, all the buildings just being empty?
Right. That's
and
nuts.
No cars on the street?
It's silent, but you're in, like, the concrete jungle.
That would be so creepy.
It is very, it makes you, have you ever watched I Am Legend with Will Smith?
Wait, yes I have. I'm pretty
You've
sure.
watched that?
I'm pretty sure.
That's scary. Have you watched it?
Tell me what's it about.
Will Smith's character gets trapped in Manhattan, I believe. Mm-hmm. Manhattan's an island, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets trapped in Manhattan because of a virus that ends up killing a lot of people and then bringing them back. But they're like,
I haven't seen it.
Okay,
it was really popular,
scary.
which is why it sounds familiar.
It is a book as well. I never realized it was a book before.
He's done a couple movies that I think were books before.
Will Smith's and he did
cool. I love Will Smith. But he did a movie, I can't remember the name of it. I went to the theaters and watched it with a former coworker, and it's about a guy, it's a true story about a guy who was homeless, and he lived in his car, and he had a son, and he went to get a job with Wall Street in like the markets. And that he had to take a test and he failed it, and he kept trying because he needed to do better for his son because they were homeless.
Yeah.
And then he rose to success and was wealthy. And it's like a story about, don't ever give up. You can be homeless and have nothing.
Yeah.
And still make something of yourself.
Right.
And it was a really good story. It's a true story.
Yeah. And it had Will Smith, right? That's what you said. Yeah, I think I've seen the trailer for that. I can't think of what it's called either, though.
And then I think he did another movie. I don't know if it was a real life story. I don't think it was, because I think there was some kind of magical stuff in it. But it was when I was in college, so I probably don't remember 100%. But I think it might have been a book, too. He was a golfer, I think, in the movie. I can't remember the name of it. It was really good. I really like Will Smith.
Yeah.
And then, of course...
He's a great actor.
Yeah, of course, in Aladdin, he did a great job with the genie.
Yeah. I mean, he's a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Come on.
That was the very first... I watched that when it was new.
Yeah.
I really like him. He's a great actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about New York being abandoned because of the
yeah.
virus and how ominous and creepy it is. Yeah.
And
I
you
Am
asked me to
Legend.
watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I should watch that, though, because I love Will Smith.
But
I will say.
That's where Severance is set.
Mm-hmm.
And then, obviously that's where I Am Legend is set in the movie. And in The Stand, there's some characters that are in New York. Mm-hmm. And it's just interesting.
It's weird.
Yeah.
And then, I think about, because our big city is Atlanta.
Right.
How weird would that be?
Yeah.
And that's really close.
Yeah.
Closer than New York. If it happened to New York, that would still be really weird, because it's not the capital of our country, but a lot of people really focus on New York.
Mm-hmm, they do.
Because it's that's where immigrants used to come to become part of this country.
The Statue of Liberty. It's a big icon.
Yes.
The Twin Towers.
All that. It is a huge, it has a lot to do with the functioning of our society.
Right.
So that would just really be, I don't know what would happen if New York got wiped out.
It's creepy.
But I feel like it would be even more creepy if it was Atlanta, because it's closer.
So you do see that in The Walking Dead. It's not empty when you see it, because it's just zombies.
Full of zombies.
Just wandering around. But there are some parts of it where it's just empty. It's creepy.
That would be so weird.
Yeah. You know what it is? Because we don't live in a big city like that, if there was a zombie apocalypse in not a city area, it's okay, there's still not a lot of people around anyway.
Right.
You don't have people constantly around. You don't have the constant noise all the time. So you take it out of that regular scenario, and that's when it becomes weird.
Night of the Living Dead, if I remember correctly, it happens at a farmhouse, in the middle of nowhere.
I know, I just watched that. Oh my gosh.
And I think that did make it kind of creepier, because you're isolated.
Yeah. And they got trapped in the farmhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was good. I want to watch the original one. Just because we were talking about George A. Romero so much, I was like, I gotta watch that.
I wonder if the remake followed the same storyline as the original.
It was. I think so. It was supposed to be a remake of it, just a little bit newer than the original one, and it's obviously in color. The original was, I think, black and white.
Yes. Does a little girl eat her mother's heart?
Oh no, not that I remember. Oh wait,
maybe I shouldn't have asked
that
question.
Actually,
or liver.
There is a little girl. I wouldn't have called her a little girl. So maybe she was an actual little girl in the original, but in the 1991 that I watched, she was like a preteen. At least preteen size. Like, she was tall. But she did attack her mom. Yeah. I don't know if she ate her heart. I think I was maybe knitting and not immediately looking at the screen. But, yeah, I don't know if she ate her heart. Moving on.
I was a kid. That might not even be the right thing, but that scared me so bad.
Yeah.
Number 34, an author's photo on the back cover. Oh, that should be easy.
It should be easy, right?
Was it not?
It was easy.
Okay.
Why are you saying it should be easy?
I feel like there's a lot of books that have the author's pictures on them.
I was just wondering if you were thinking of a specific person.
No.
I immediately thought of a specific person.
Okay.
Stephen King.
Ah.
Yeah. I picked Cycle of the Werewolf by Stephen King, and yeah. There you go. Great book. Great little short story, spooky book. About a werewolf. I feel like that's probably his shortest book. I've not looked it up, but I want to say it's his shortest. And now I'm reading his longest. Probably. Number
35, From the Villain's Perspective. Ooh, that's interesting.
That was kind of hard to do because I couldn't think of... Well, first of all, none of the books I read were really like solely from the enemy/villain's perspective. Mm-hmm. So it was a little difficult. But I could have picked Soul Riders because there are some chapters where you're on the villain's point of view. Mm-hmm. And then I was thinking about Redwall and Mossflower by Brian Jacques, and on some chapters you're from the villain's point of view. Mm-hmm. So I just went that route because not one of my books was solely from a villain's point of view, and I didn't know if that's what it required.
Right.
But I just went with Redwall and Mossflower. So.
Okay. Number 36, recommended by favorite author.
I'm really sad about this one because I couldn't find anything. I didn't look very hard, though. I will say I was getting really tired the day that I was really looking for all of this stuff. But I just typed in Emily St. John Mandel recommends books. Mm-hmm. And, like, she recommends Treasure Island. I've read Treasure Island. Was not in 2022. And that's all I could do. And I was like, you know what? I'll come back to this.
So let me ask you, has she recommended a book that you might read this year?
Probably. Let me see. I should have saved the list, but I didn't. Because, there have been several books that I've hauled that she, has blurbed on the cover. I was going to say, she
blurbed a couple.
But that's not, a
recommendation.
A recommendation. Emily St. John Mandel's 6 favorite books. Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. The English Patient by Michael Ondaatje.
I wish I could help you with that.
Ondaatje. Michael Ondaatje. That's what I'm going to go with. That sounds right.
I think they made that into a movie.
The Executioner's Song by Norman Mailer. Await Your Reply by Dan Choen. A Visit from the Goon Squad by Jennifer Egan. I've heard that title before. I know that's a popular something. I want to say it was like a movie or something and it's very popular. I don't know though. Raise High the Roof Beam, Carpenters and Seymour, an Introduction by J.D. Salinger.
It's probably pronounced Salinger.
Probably is. I thought about that after I said it. I was like, oh well.
I've never heard of the Goon Squad, but there was a movie, and I don't know if it's based on that, called The Goonies when I was a kid.
I've heard the Goon Squad before, and I don't know why. But, Migrations! Migrations! I have that book upstairs! A novel by Charlotte McConaughey. Yes, Migrations. Don't know what it's about, but I do know that Emily St. John Mandel said it was a good book and recommended it. That's why I bought it.
That's funny.
That's funny.
You should read that this year.
I will. Thank you, Emily. I feel like we're closer now. All right.
So, number 37. This should also be easy for you. Set in a rural area.
Yeah, it was a little easy. It was a little not easy.
Okay. You had a hard time deciding which one to choose, or?
Yeah, and then what's really a rural area in my books? I don't know. So I might be cheating with this. I picked Redwall by Mossflower by Brian Jacques, because it's set in a forest, and your characters are woodland creatures.
You can't get more rural than that.
You can't get more rural than that. So I was like, that's rural. I can't even say the word right. Rural.
It's funny.
That's it. So that's what I've got.
All right, number 38. Don't judge the book by its cover.
So
that's hard for you.
I know. I didn't know if it meant like if the prompt was just called "Don't judge a book by its cover," and you would just pick a book you judged by the cover, and that's why you bought it and read it, or if it meant a book cover like that you weren't like you didn't know what was going to happen because of the book cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So
in your case, I feel like it should be opposite. Like the book cover is ugly, so you didn't want to read it.
So none of my books that I read in 2022 had ugly covers. Becky, don't you know me at all? I picked Goblin by Josh Malerman because that was a cover by.
Yeah.
I loved that cover. Still love that cover. So great looking. Love it. And then I picked How High We Go in the Dark by Sequoia Nagamatsu because once I saw the cover, I was like, wow, that's beautiful. And then it was initially the cover. Then it was like, if you like Station 11, if you like this book. Then I bought it and read it. And I picked All My Puny Sorrows by Miriam Taves because it's a pretty cover, but like, you can't really like, I don't know, you can't really read what maybe the story's about. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain that.
Yeah.
Then I did change it to the last one. I forgot I did write this down or type this up. That if it was ugly, but a good book. And then I struggled though, because I was like, none of my books are really ugly. Because I'm not going to have an ugly book. But I was like, okay, maybe the least attractive one I think of my books in 2022 was probably The Drought by J.G. Ballard. Just because, I mean, that's not even factual. Like, it's still a nice looking cover. Like, it's still a pretty cover. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm shallow. There.
She'll only read it if it's pretty, guys. All right. Number 39, a middle grade novel.
I picked The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. It was a very cute book. It was a very good middle grade book. Very wholesome, very sweet and emotional, very magical. It was nice. It's a very good book.
All right.
I suggest that book. If you are thinking about a middle grade soon, you should pick that one up.
Sounds good.
I think it's on Scribd.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind out of my 80 books that I have on Scribd.
Whoa. I think it went down. I thought it was 90.
Oh, yeah, it was 90. Well, I did read a few. It's 86 or 84 is what the real... you told me to do the ones that you've read.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it went from 90 something to like 84 or 86. It's not that much difference, but... All right, number 40, a book with photographs inside.
Okay, so none of the books I read had like legitimate photographs. So I was like, do illustrations count?
Even the one about the wool industry that didn't have photographs?
So that was an audiobook.
Oh, that's right.
And honestly, if it may have though, if I had the physical book, I don't know. I would think
that they should have pictures in that one.
Like a part of her journey. So I was like, man, maybe do illustrations count? Because if they do, I have several. Or like drawings, illustrations, like The Walking Dead, the comic.
Right.
Cycle of the Werewolf has really nice pictures in it.
You said that.
Redwall and Mossflower have these cute little illustrations, at least above the chapters. I can't think of if they're throughout the book too. I can't think of off the top of my head. But I know they have illustrations in them. So what counts as a picture?
Right.
So those are what I have.
So no photographs, but illustrations.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, number 41 involves a second chance.
I picked Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens because there is a character, I guess you could say the main character also, but there are a couple characters that receive a second chance.
That's good.
And it's beautiful.
Number 42, an indie read.
So I didn't know if that had to be like a self-published book or I don't know of an independent publisher. I don't know a specific one off the top of my head. I'm sure I've probably listened to them or read one and I just don't know. But I didn't have one for that.
Okay. Number 43, author who's published more than one genre.
So I know Stephen King has published more than one genre. He does mainly horror, but I know he's published thriller, fantasy,
true crime.
I want to say like contemporary drama, but like Shawshank Redemption.
The Green Mile was good.
Yeah, that's a novella by Stephen King. Okay, it's Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption. But so I was right. The Green Mile is a novel by Stephen King.
Okay.
Yeah, we're both smart people. So there's that. And then I was like, I'm pretty sure Neil Gaiman writes in a few different genres. Mainly fantasy, I think, but magical realism, maybe a hair contemporary. I don't know off the top of my head. But I'm pretty sure that's right. But I know for sure Stephen King has. It's funny when you get that question, though, you're like, oh, authors really do tend to stay in one genre. So it's interesting. Kind of harder than you think. But yeah, that's all I have.
Okay. Number 44, an anthology.
So I technically only had 2 that I could potentially put down. I put Goblin by Josh Malerman because it's technically an anthology short story collection. I could have also, I guess, put down Cycle of the Werewolf because it's also a bunch of little short stories by Stephen King that all tie into one story. But they're more obvious than Goblin. So I think Goblin is a better pick. That's what I have.
Okay. Number 45, a book with illustrated people on the cover.
That was pretty easy because I could just look at my books and see. I put down 3 different ones, technically. I put down the Anne books. All of my covers have a cute little illustration of Anne out in the countryside. And then I put down All My Puny Sorrows because along with the house on the trailer, it has little illustrations of people, which are the sisters. And then Colorado Kid has an illustration of a woman on the beach finding the dead body. So those are what I have.
Okay. Number 46, a job in the title.
I didn't really have one, technically, so I sort of am stretching it a little bit. And I picked There's No Such Thing as an Easy Job by Kikuko Tsumura. And I love that book. Great book. You should read that book. But that's all I had for it. There was no job in the title of any of my other books that I could find or think of, unless you maybe counted the Soul Riders. That's their job. I don't know. That's their moral job. But this actually had the word job in it, so I was like, this is probably a better fit.
Heard. All right. Number 47, read during November.
So I read 10 books in November of 2022, and I just picked my favorite one of November, which was Severance by Ling Ma. So, boom.
All right. Number 48, redo one of this year's prompts, but with a different genre.
So it took me a while to understand what it meant, and so I didn't pick one. I didn't pick anything because I didn't understand it for a little while, but it makes perfect sense. I think I was just getting tired.
Alrighty. Number 49, book title starts with the same letter as your first name.
That was easy. All I had to do was go on Storygraph and type in B and of the books that I read in 2022 and see what came up. And a couple did. I picked my favorite one, though, I think that started with a B, which was Beautiful Little Fools by Gillian Cantor, the expansion / mystery thriller of The Great Gatsby. It was good. Very good book. 5 stars.
All right, let's see. Number 50, a person of color as the main character.
For that one, I picked The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. He is a Native American author, and his characters are predominantly Native American. Boom.
All right.
Done.
Number 51, the word game in the title.
The word game. So that was really difficult because I wanted to pick Hunger Games, but I couldn't because I didn't read Hunger Games in 2022. But I did read Catching Fire and Mockingjay in 2022. And on the actual books, they say either a Hunger Games novel or they say the second book in the Hunger Games or the third book in the Hunger Games. So I just picked Catching Fire, Hunger Games number 2.
Heard. Number 52, published in 2022.
Last question of the evening, or prompt. I guess they're not questions. I guess they are questions. I don't know. Last prompt, 52, published in 2022. That was fun to look up because I actually read more technically newer books than I realized. I read 8 brand new published books in 2022. But my favorite one was How High We Go in the Dark by Sequoia Nagamatsu. So I picked that one.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow, we're done. That's not a bad time, and you're going to edit a lot of that out, so that's good.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
I sort of thought when we were doing this, I was like, is this going to really take a long time? It might.
Well,
And it did, but that's okay. I'm going to edit it, and it's not going to be due for 2 weeks.
I mean, even if we only took 1 minute for each question, that's almost an hour.
Right.
So, and you have 2 people that like to talk, so.
I know. And we just kept going.
Yeah.
So this episode should be coming out, if I'm understanding it correctly, this episode should be out February 6th.
Yeah.
Because the next one was the one we just recorded, and that's the 30th.
Yeah.
The next one would be the 6th. So, everybody, today is the day that we are officially starting the second book club pick, which is Twilight. Woo! Twilight, everybody! By Stephanie Meyer. So, either pick it up or don't. Read it along with us.
Send us little notes.
Send us your notes. Send us a little audio clip.
Like, if you finish a chapter and you have something you want to say.
Yeah. I want to know if you're... Oh, I don't know. I want to know it all. But I really want to know if you're Team Edward or Team Jacob. I can't wait to see what Becky picks. I think I have a feeling of what she's going to pick, but I don't know.
I'm sure she wants me to pick the same one she picks.
It's the right one, so, take that however you want. But I'm very excited that we're reading Twilight. I think it's going to be a fun time, even if you don't read Twilight, or if you think it was silly of us to pick Twilight, just because Twilight is such a big joke to a lot of people. But it's a great book series. Really decent, good movies, honestly, as well. But I hope you stick around and join us for that anyway. I hope you want to still listen to us blabber on about it when the book club episode comes out, because I think it's going to be really fun.
Yeah, and also, even if you weren't on board with it when it came out, maybe sharing it on my journey with it, maybe we'll have a different perspective than yours or than the people who maybe influenced you to not read it.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll enjoy it along with us. So we'll see. We'll find
out. And
I'm
maybe
excited.
Becky won't even like it. There is that possibility. I think she will.
I don't know. I like, I don't read a lot of vampire or werewolf stuff.
Yeah.
But that's not to say I don't enjoy it.
Right. Just because you haven't doesn't mean you won't.
I really like mysteries.
Yeah.
And so I have certain authors that I like to read. And that's probably because of my mom's influence on me, because she loves mysteries. But the problem with my mom, and there's not too many problems with her, is that she only wants to read mysteries.
Yeah.
And she only wants to watch mysteries. So whenever Dad and I want to branch out to watch something that's not a mystery, she will not join in with us.
Yeah.
So I know that she would never enjoy another genre of book either.
Yeah. I
don't like it when you limit yourself to one thing.
I agree. That's something that gets under my skin a
like
lot
with
about
music.
some people.
I mean, it doesn't get under my skin that they do that.
I just want them to enjoy it like I enjoy it.
I don't want to do that for myself.
Yeah.
Like if you want to, that's fine, but it does make it difficult to enjoy something else with you. Like if I really like something, I can't share it with you because you're not even going to give it a chance because it's not what you enjoy reading, quote unquote.
Right.
Or what you enjoy doing, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. But you don't know that because you've never actually done it or read it. Mm-hmm. So like with music, a lot of people are like, I hate country. I love country. Yeah. I hate this kind of music. I love that kind of music. And they only listen to one form of music.
Right.
And they quote unquote hate anything else. Why? Why would you limit yourself?
Yeah. I
like Louis Armstrong, Ella Fitzgerald. I like the Bee Gees. I like so many. There are some things I don't enjoy.
Yeah.
But I don't only like country music.
Yeah.
I don't only like swing.
Right.
And I think that when you limit yourself, just like if you limit yourself there and you limit yourself in reading, you limit yourself to what you can learn and what you can enjoy.
Yeah.
And what you can experience. So I don't want to just limit myself to mysteries like my mom does. And I love her. I love her a lot. But there's more good books out there than just mysteries. And there's more good TV shows out there than just mysteries.
Yeah.
My dad and I watched a doctor show, and she wouldn't even come in and watch it with us because it wasn't a mystery.
That's interesting.
It was a really cute show, and she limited herself.
Yeah, you wanted her to enjoy it.
Yeah, we wanted her.
You know she would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't even give it a chance because it wasn't a mystery.
Yeah.
And I just hate that. Like, I mean, and I get it. You should be able to, we shouldn't only watch TV together.
Right.
I do sometimes hate that that's the only thing my dad wants to do is watch TV. Emma's old enough now, we could play card games. We could do so much more than just sit around and watch TV all night.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do that. I don't want to only read mysteries. So I like that we're doing something that I enjoy. I have watched vampire movies. I have watched movies with werewolves. Granted, it was Abbott and Costello. If you don't know, those are comedies. So, have I seen an actual really good vampire? Well, actually, it's not true because my mom did watch Dark Shadows, like the 1960s TV series. It was a soap opera. And I watched the remake in the 90s, Dark Shadows, the TV series. And that was really good. And it was very, the 1960s one was hokey. But that's, again...
because it was then.
Yeah. Just because they didn't have the technology that we have.
Yeah.
If I went back and watched the one from the 90s, I might think the same thing about it. Just because technology has come a long way, even in 20, 30 years. But it was much better. And it was very realistic, I thought.
Yeah.
Even though I was a kid. So I enjoyed Dark Shadows. And I also liked the Johnny Depp movie, which was a comedy. Which a lot of people didn't like that movie, but I did. I enjoyed it.
Dark Shadows?
Dark Shadows.
But it has Johnny Depp in it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think you're probably right. I just haven't.
Let me double check myself. But getting back to what we're talking about, I just never want to limit myself when we're especially doing this podcast.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I was?
Yeah.
Okay.
2012.
I was still
Dark
married,
Shadows
and my now ex-husband went and watched it with me.
Oh, okay.
And he enjoyed it too. But I never want to limit myself to only reading one certain type of thing.
Right.
I enjoy classics. I enjoy romance. And I've actually always enjoyed classics and romance as well as mysteries. But I'm glad that you're making me read other things that I might have thought to read. So I enjoyed Hunger Games. I really did.
It was good.
And
those are great books.
I still don't like that children killed each other.
Right.
But I'm glad that there was more to the story than that.
Yeah, it's not just blatant children.
Yeah. it's definitely more than just that.
Yeah.
And so I look forward to reading Twilight. This was my non-reading period when it came out, as was Hunger Games. And not because I wasn't interested in reading. I just didn't. I had so much going on. I never even thought to read just because of kids and stuff that was going on. Yeah. So I look forward to reading it. It was one of those things too that everybody was reading it. So I probably wasn't going to read it.
It was
even
very popular.
Even if I was reading, I probably wasn't going to read it. Like when Harry Potter came out, the only reason I didn't read it then, because I was still reading in college, was just because everyone else was reading it. And I was like,
right.
Are you serious right now? Like, who cares? And
who freaking cares? Little Miss gone to the Harry Potter experience in Atlanta.
And can't wait to have money to go to Universal.
Right. That's so funny. I know what you mean.
So I look forward to reading it. And I hope that other people don't stick themselves in one genre to where you can't read this with us and enjoy it. Like, there may have been people who read Goblin with us who that's not their genre, but hopefully they still enjoyed it. Cause I don't like horror.
Right.
I won't watch, if they made Goblin into a movie, I might not watch it, but I enjoyed reading it. And I think I enjoy reading horror more than watching it.
Yeah.
I think just because I don't want to see
the gore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although Goblin wasn't as
It really
bad,
wasn't quite as gory as
but now
it
the cutting
been.
off of the toes.
Yeah.
Body parts.
Yeah.
That might not be something I want to see.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I don't know if I've said this on the podcast. I thought about it a lot though. If the producers from American Horror Story ever reach out to me and want my opinion, I think that they should, I don't know what they do, is buy the rights to Goblin by Josh Mallerman, and I think they should make an American Horror Story season based off of Goblin.
Oh, that would be so cool.
I think they could do a really good job.
And I don't even watch that show, but I might watch it.
Right.
I might.
I think that would be a really good option. So if you're out there and you're listening.
Or for those of you who are listening, if you're one of those, there are some people who just write letters. If you want to write them a letter and tell them, hey, I know someone who has a really good idea.
Yeah. Also, while you're at it, write Nicholas Sparks and let him know that if he ever gets the option to make See Me into a movie, he needs to contact Tom Hardy. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you think I'm a diverse reader. That means a lot to me.
Yeah,
It really does.
I know that it feels like your favorite. I know you love pandemics, but it really feels like horror is really your favorite.
I think I like horror, yeah.
I mean, but I like that you also read fantasy. I like fantasy. Mm-hmm. I like that. It's so cool that you like dragons.
Yeah.
And that our coworker is writing a book about dragons. I hope she publishes her book.
Yeah.
I would definitely read that.
Could you get on that?
Yeah. One of the movies that I watched when I was younger was with Sean Connery. And it was about a dragon.
Yeah.
I don't know if Dragon Knight is the right name, but I think that the knight, because Sean Connery did the voice of the dragon, I believe.
I think you're right. I think it was. I think I know. Come on.
And I think they were tied.
When you say Dragon Knight, like nighttime?
Dragon, no, K-N-I, but it might have been Dragon Heart. I think Dragon Heart might be the name of it.
It's Dragon Heart.
Something about the heart, and I think they were attached or something. That was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. I like dragons.
Anyway,
shocker
you're right.
that
I
would
Sean
know.
Connery.
So anyway, I really like that. You know, I'm growing and reading different things than I might have made myself read. Yeah. I like it when you talk about a book and I'm like, oh, that sounds really good. And then I actually put it into my time and to read it.
And I think you like Twilight because I know you like romance already.
Yes.
And it's not like it's graphic romance or anything.
Yeah,
I have read them a lot. So
I'm not interested in graphic romance.
I haven't read them in a while, but when I was in middle school, I read like all 4 of them back to back like 3 times. Mm-hmm. And I have read Twilight more recently than that, but it's been several years still. Mm-hmm. But I know they are romance. They're not graphic romances. And they're fantasy. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they're technically fantasy. So
I'm really excited. Like I said, I like vampires, and I like, vampires have always been romanticized.
Yeah, and vampires are much more popular than werewolves.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward
as a society, because vampires really are not all that.
When you get down into how they work, they're not that great.
Yeah.
Not sure why we romanticize them so much, but anyway, I'm interested. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. So I can't wait to purchase my book, first of all, this weekend, and then secondly, for it to come in the mail. I'll be so excited about that.
Right. I'm excited.
And I'll only have 4 weeks to read it, so I'll actually have to read it.
That's funny. I'll harass you about it.
I'm sure you will.
I'll be reading it and I'll be like, have you gotten to this point yet? And you're like, I haven't even read it. And I'm like, Becky!
How big are the books? Like, are they...
I have it upstairs. I don't really feel like going and grabbing it.
Will it fit in my book? In my purse, do you think?
Yeah, I think it will.
Okay, so like I can just leave it there and I can read it when I'm in the car and stuff, or when I'm at work.
Yeah. Twilight.
The only thing I don't like about reading at work is I'm limited to how much time I can. Like, I might be in the middle of something and not really want to go back from break. That's a problem.
I don't want to go back from break either.
That's even when you're not reading, though.
Yeah. Okay, it says for a hardcover, it's 498 pages, but for a paperback, it's 544. So I guess if you get the hardcover, it's smaller font or something.
That's interesting.
But
I'm going to have to actually read.
I think you'll like it.
Yeah, I think I will.
You'll just want to know what's going to happen to these characters.
Well, to fully find out, I'll have to read all 4, I guess. But, all right. So that's it, huh?
Yep. At 2 hours and 1 minute and 49 seconds, I think we should call it quits.
Thank goodness you're going to edit that.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can get that down to at least an hour and 45.
I think I can at least get it down to an hour 45. We'll see.
Fingers crossed. All right. Because we don't want people to lose interest. All right. So thank you guys for listening. Check out the show notes. As always, this is going to have a lot of books in this one. Brooke's going to be a while editing this one. Check out the show notes. Check out Sideways Sheriff. And look at our Facebook and Instagram and see if you like any of the merchandise we have. See if you want to purchase anything. Let us know. And as always, Kindred Spirits, thank you for listening. It's splendid to know there are so many of us in the world. And until next time, stay happily booked.